in the whole zone, not our district, but the whole zone of India. This is our legacy, and we are so fortunate that we are all belonging to this club. We are today thinking in terms of connecting the world. Rotary connects the world, and each one of us, 164 members, some present, some not, will be connecting through these children that we have seen, through the medical missions, through many of the gift of life, gift of hearing, gift of the heart line, and continue to give gift. And the gift that we get is the place of the place that we have in this world. We are very fortunate that we have with us Shri Manoj Kumar Parida as our chief guest. And I was looking for his biodata. And the biodata is just 4 lines. And that shows his humility. He has done master's degree in international relations from Jawaharlal University, degree in law and diploma in management. Postings, he has served as chief secretary in Puducherry and Arunachal Pradesh, additional chief secretary in Delhi, and also served Goa, Andaman, and Government of India in different capacities. That's it. But I know a little more. I know that coming from Odisha, he has the strength of spirituality, and he practices meditation. He has traveled all over the world, including Africa. I thought I am the only one who know about Africa, but he has done it. He has not only the knowledge of geography, but history. And this is the kind of student that he is. And we will all know, as he speaks to us, he will be interacting and not necessarily sermonizing, but to talk to you. We are missing Mrs. Parida because I'm told, we know that she is a artist, she is a writer, she is a painter, and these two make the complete life. And we wish this couple a great, great heights. Sir, we are most fortunate that you accepted to be with us. And we look forward to your continuous guidance as we can show what Rotary can do. We are not necessarily bragging about it, but sometimes we do, because we are here thinking that Rotary is the source of activating the goodness of each member, and each member touching the people around. Thank you very much, sir, and I would like to have you to kindly address us. He asked me, there is no time for me up to what time I have to speak. It means that it is limitless.
The who's who of Chandigarh. I'll start with a story. There was a king, rich and curious. Once he thought, let me try my subjects, my people. He put a huge stone in the middle of a road and got himself hidden in the bushes to see what is happening. Many people came, some rich people came. They said, looked at it, went around it, did nothing. Some others came. They said, what nonsensical thing, what sort of stupid king we have here? No administration, nothing. He used boulder, we use stone here, nobody bothers. Finally, somebody came, a poor peasant in a cycle. He was returning from a market with a lot of vegetable bags and all. So he saw this stone and he thought, okay, let me get down. He got down, kept the cycle aside, pushed and moved the stone, did his best, and finally took it around and somehow removed it from the road. Below that stone was a purse. In that purse was a gold coin and a letter from the king saying that I was searching for people like you who not only see, who do and service without any expectation of any return. I am now looking at that set of farmers and people before me who not only think, say, who do things, and I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to be with you Rotarians who make things happen. It is a pleasure and privilege to be here to people who serve with no expectation. And that is why I feel myself a little out of place because we do work also but little expectation of a salary. But you people, my God, no expectation. And the range of work you do makes me amazed. You have opened a toilet in a crematorium, you distribute sanitary napkins, you are running a blood bank, then you have a heartline, you send sweets to the soldiers in the border, you pay money to the martyrs. And lo and behold, there is a new president who says, I will do skill training, renewable energy, ethical training to community, TB free Chandigarh, back to school I just saw, club food care, seeds, garbage separation, water conservation. My God, what is the limit? And yes, Chandigarh administration will be hand in hand with you for these wonderful objectives you have. I assure you, gentlemen and ladies, we will leave no stone unturned to make it happen. If not Chandigarh, where else? We see such largest contributions, we see such commitment, as you said. Supreme Court Chief Justice as speakers, members of this grand club, and why should Chandigarh administration lag behind? We are with you, sirs and ladies. We will make it happen. We will make it different. You see, we have promised money for activities. Money is required. But is money everything? You see, once there was a greedy man who was always searching for money and land. So he approached a king. The king said, okay, tomorrow at sunrise, early morning, you go and run. As much as area you can cover by running, I will give you that land. So this man got up very early in the morning and got himself ready and started running. He thought, let me run. Then there was, after 2, 3, 4 hours, 10 kilometers, 50 kilometers, got tired but didn't take breakfast, didn't take breaks, went round, noon, forenoon, evening. Towards sunset, he finished that huge 70, 80 kilometers and finally reached the king. Sir, I have covered the entire area, will you give it to me? The king said yes, and the king signed his land document and gave it to him. This man, drained, tired, received the land deed and collapsed and died. What did the king do? They put him in a coffin and cremated in a 6 feet of land. So finally, how much land a man needs? Not this 80 kilometers or whatever it ran, 6 feet of land. That is what we all of us should realize. That what is important in life is service, relationships, helping poor, helping those who are not privileged enough to have it. And I'm so happy that this club, set up 100 years back, is spreading this mission of help. And not only regional help, local help. When Mr. Shabu met me and told me, and the areas you cover, I had to search for maps. He said, I am well traveled, but Madagascar, Mongolia, my God, you have to really need a full atlas to understand where all you cover it. Wonderful places, great activity, and doctors from Chandigarh. You are carrying a flag, spreading the message of service from India and from this beautiful city. We are proud of you. I'm sure the work will continue. Important thing I said is not money, it is a relationship. Very often we ignore our relationships out of misunderstandings. I'll start with Hayatan, the story, unless I'm boring you. The story is, there was a very young boy, let's say in class 6. Poor boy, the mother had lost one eye, his mother had only one eye. So the child was going to school every day. The mother was very fond of the child. So the son, little young fellow, was little ashamed that his mother is a little handicapped with one eye only. So he always said, "Mother, you don't come to my school, my friends will make fun of me." The mother, as it is a loving child, so one day the son forgot to bring his tiffin box. The mother came and gave the tiffin box. Friends of this child, they saw the mother, and next day they started making fun. "Oh, your mother has only one eye, this and that." This boy got very humiliated. He came back home and said, "What is this, mom? I told you not to come. Why you have come? You made fun of me. Everybody is satirically commenting on whatever I am doing." Time passed. The son had this grudge. Son passed the school, the college, got a good job, went to the city, settled down, but never forgot this humiliation his mother had given, so never had any contact. Poor mother stayed in the village, tried to contact this son many times, never got any response. The son got married, had kids, happily settled. The mother came to know that the son is in the city. One day she ventured to the city and went to the house and pressed the calling bell. The kids came out and saw this mother and then the grandmother, and then they got scared because this is a one-eyed old lady. Then the son also comes out and say, "Hey, why did you come here again? You are scaring my children. I told you to stay at home, go back." Poor mother returned home. After a few years in the village, she died. And the villagers sent a message that your mother has died. This boy thought, okay, there is an ancestral house, let me go to the village and sell it. This officer went back to the village, went to the house, the old house, opened the doors, got in, and found there is a letter. Mother had written to the son, old letter. He read the letter. The letter says, "My son, I love you too much. I am sorry you got humiliated because of me in the school. But I want to tell you one thing. Long time back, when you were a very small baby, during Diwali, there was an accident. You had lost one eye, and I had donated my eye to fix it on you. And that's how I lost my eye. I am sorry I caused trouble to your kids by scaring them." Importance is love, relationship. It is important that we maintain this relationship, not get carried away by money, commercial consideration, power and all. Mr. Sabbu warned me not to give sermons to make it interactive. But so many people committed wiser than me, I don't know how to interact. So I'll continue with one or two stories before I end it. Help. You people are champions of helping other people. Help sometimes pays in its own ways. You see, that a very poor boy was selling newspapers in the morning, going from door to door and giving it to small kid. He was feeling very hungry, but aside of asking for food from other people's houses, one day he was very hungry, distributing newspapers, went to a house, and then one lady came out, elegant lady, rich lady. This boy said, wanted to ask for food, but said, "Ma'am, can I get some water?" The lady realized the boy is hungry and all. She went in and gave him a glass of milk. This boy took that milk, and time passed. Boy finished his school, college education, finally became a doctor, joined a famous medical institution. This rich lady lost a lot of money, became poor, almost abandoned. She had a major problem, a knee problem, and she couldn't afford the medical expenses. One day she collapsed. The society people took her to a hospital. The hospital did the operation. The lady got well and was waiting for this huge bill. She thought, now, my God, I was brought here. Now the hospital will give me a bill. How will I pay? She was wondering. And finally the bill came. She thought, now I have to borrow money. Must be 2 lakhs. What to do? Then she opens this bill and finds that bill is paid in full buy a glass of milk. She couldn't understand what it is. Then the doctor comes smiling and says, so you not remember, I was that newspaper boy whom you had years back given a glass of milk. And I thought this minimum I'll do. So ladies and gentlemen who are helping, don't think that it will not come back to you in some shape or other, either in blessings or in other forms. What form, I will not be able to elaborate. But it is something of a divine quality. It comes to us naturally. Those who don't have it must have artificially suppressed it. You don't have to develop it. The pleasure of giving, the pleasure of helping is a natural human tendency. And the benefits, the rewards comes, but not necessarily very quickly. A young boy was very fond of apples. Always he dreamt how to take apples. From where will I get apples? He had a dream. He found that God is giving apples. There's a long queue. So he waited. The queue started slowly moving and he went, reached, and finally when he reached God, God was giving him an apple. The apple fell down from his hand. So he asked God, give me another. It fell down. God said, no, go back to the queue. There are many people come there and again. The boy, poor fellow, felt very bad again, went back and again followed the queue. After 3-4 hours came. And then they got picked up. Beautiful, delicious, sparkling, unheard of, nonsense, just superb apple the boy got. And then the boy asked the God, why didn't you give it to me first time when I asked when it fell down from my hand? God said, no. Those whom I love, I make them wait and I give them the best in the end. So ladies and gentlemen, please wait for your rewards. It will not come quickly. It takes its own time. And to conclude, life has developments. Things will happen which we are too small to judge. Therefore, while doing things, let us not jump into judgments. We should be neutral. We should be not indifferent, but we should be present. Once upon a time, there was an old man who was in China and he had only a very small kid, a grandson. Those days in China, they used to cultivate land with horses. These people, poor family, had only one horse. They used to cultivate the land with this horse. They plow the land with this horse. One day the horse ran away into the forest. So all the neighbors came and told the old man, oh, we are so sorry, the horse has run away, you must be very unlucky, the thing has gone, how will you manage? The old man said, yes, the horse has run away, but good luck or bad luck, who knows? The neighbors thought this man has got senile. The horse has run away, how is his good luck or bad luck, who knows? So time passed. After a few days, these wild horse from the forest came back with a few more horses. So 5-6 horses came, and now again everybody was happy, and again the neighbors came, oh, you are right now, so many horses have come. Give us a party, they said. The old man said, oh, horses have come, but good luck or bad luck, who knows? I said, what do you mean good luck or bad luck? So this fellow is a confused fellow, majorly हमको पार्टी देना नहीं चाहता है, चलो छोड़ जाते हैं. थोड़ी दिन के बाद क्या हुआ ना, उसका जो पोता था, जो ग्रैंडसन था, वो नया घोड़ा चढ़ते चढ़ते वो गिर गया, उसका पैर टूट गया. So again the fellows came and said, you are right, yeah, good luck, bad luck, this fellow has lost his, broken his leg, what has he done? Again the old man said, yes, he has broken his leg, good luck or bad luck, who knows? क्या पागल आदमी है, good luck, bad luck, who knows? So after a few months, the king asked for conscription, that is a forcible recruitment into the army. So they came, they took away all the young men, this boy was left out because his leg was broken. So again the neighbor said, and came and commiserated, he said, yes, good luck or bad luck, who knows? So the story remains that many of things that happens we don't know, but we should keep trying, we should be patient waiting for rewards, as we have all been doing, waiting for the dinner now. So we should carry on with the good activities that has been happening. I congratulate all of you, the past president and the new president, Mr. Sabu in particular, who introduced me through this beautiful family, who are dedicated to the cause of the poor and the environment and the health and the downtrodden, underprivileged, God knows what more words, I don't know. But yes, you are doing your man's job, you are doing God's work. Let the good work continue. Chandigarh administration and me in particular will always be accessible to any such projects that come our way. Thank you. Jai Hind.
A big round of applause for Mr. Parida. And I can assure you that there would be many Rotarians who would be coming to you, not with the problems as the common citizens or with any challenges or grievances, but with the solutions to the problems for the society, for the good of the society.